So hey guys, today I decided I'm gonna reinstall the splash guards here. Remember, I took them off my old car and I've been driving around like this for a while, but I've noticed some of the debris got a tiny little scratch up where the OEM splash guard would be protecting. So I figured, I have them, why not reinstall them? Here they are here. As you can see, they're filthy. I haven't even cleaned them up since removing them. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean these up really good. You can see all the dirt it traps. It's the only problem. Like I said, it's a good idea to put the not 3M, the clear vinyl over them. If you want to prevent scratching, you can just cut a piece and then put it on your paint before you install these. So I'll go ahead and show you the install on this one. I don't think I did the last car I did, but it's really straightforward here. And I'll show you, and I'm going to show you guys how you don't need to remove the wheel to do it. Okay, the OEM instructions tell you to remove the wheel, the rear wheels, because it's so tight, but you don't need to. There's no reason to go through all that. This is about a 15-minute thing to do. Okay, there's these little dimples here. It's the only thing you have to punch out. Okay, and I'll show you, and there's some spring clips that they give you. Make it easy, okay? So I'll go ahead and get started on that and show you guys how to do it. Okay guys, so here, I'll show you what you're gonna need. Pretty basic. Get the light turned on here. Okay, so on this one here, this is the front one. You just wanna turn the tire whatever way you're doing to give yourself some room here. But if you put it up here, you see there's those two right there. If you look, there's two factory screws. And then this one, there's a little dimple here. You just got to poke that out. I'm just using a pick. You just go through it right there and poke through. It's really easy. Or you can use a thumbtack, whatever you need to do, but you just want to get a hole started. So you just remove those two bottom screws and you're going to reuse those. And then they give you one in the kit for the top, okay? So here's the two bottom removed. Really basic, don't lose them. And then at top, we know, you remember we poked that out. And it's going to sit there like that. Like I said, it's very simple. You just want to make sure as you're tightening these down to hold the splash guard against the paint of the car, so you don't get a little gap there, okay? And here's the screws again. This is the one from the old kit, so it's going to look pretty crummy. But that's the overall look. Pretty easy, okay? So let me go ahead and screw that down and show you. Okay, guys. So that's how it looks. Put those two screws back in, the ones we removed, and then put that top one that we poked that hole, and that's the look you got. It's a nice tight gap here. So if you see a little gap one spot, like I said, loosen the screws, push it, and then tighten them down, because there is a little bit of play in them. So you just want to make sure they should fit 100% perfect against the paint. Okay? So there's the front one. Really easy here. Okay? So let's go ahead and do this back one here. Okay, guys. So the first thing we have to do here, see if I can show you this clip right here. You just want to remove that little clip. I'm going to try to do it here with one hand. I probably won't be able to, but you just lift up the center and then it pops out. But like I said, this one seems pretty corroded with junk already. So let me go ahead and pop it out. Okay, so this is what you got. Same type of clip that you've seen before. And you just want to set that aside because we do need to reuse that. Okay? See that little part on the bottom of the splash guard? That's where it's going to connect to the bottom. And that clip holds the bottom part snug to the bottom of the bumper, okay? Okay, see that dimple there? And there's a dimple up here. Those are the things that you need to pop through. Same thing. It actually pops pretty easy. You just poke it, something sharp, kind of turn it, and then you'll go through it. Don't worry, you're not going to split out the side of it. Okay, and you just poke those through. And you want to do this because it's a lot easier when you put the screws on. If you don't do this, the screw's going to walk on you. And then you're going to end up probably scratching the paint if your screwdriver slips off. So here I went ahead and pushed these through. I had to put the camera down. Here's the spring clip, you know, really rusty. I know this is from being on my car a year and a half or 2 years, however long I had it. But it'll work for this. So what I like to do is you push these down tight, okay? And the flat part goes towards you. So by doing it tight like that, when you get it on the body, I'll show you here, like that, it'll sit with you. How they come open, when you try to tighten it, if you hit that just a little bit, it'll move, and then that's the thing it screws into. It provides the threads on the back. So you want to just get it really tight so when it clamps down, it just sits there, okay? That's pretty much all there is to it. And then I use a teeny screwdriver, a little L screwdriver, to tighten these in to give me the space I need. Okay, so here's what I did. Got that one in. Didn't do this one all the way, because what you want to do now is take the bottom clip here and put that in. And that'll make it easier. If you screw those two down first without this clip, if this is off a little bit, you're going to be fighting against it, try to move it. See how it moves in place? So you kind of want to move it. That bottom piece, the fender lining here, you want to center it out. You see all the junk falling out? And this car isn't old, so just shows you how much crap gets thrown up here. I'll probably have to turn the camera off to do this. It's kind of hard with one finger, but you just put the bottom part in first, and then when that's all the way through both pieces, then you just push the center and it pops in. Okay, so I'm gonna put the camera down and do this real quick. Okay, so that's how it is. It's popped in there, and it's through both. You can feel underneath it. Make sure the fender lining is attached, because you don't want that flopping around. Now you just go ahead and tighten this one down. So guys, it's really easy. It's not hard. The hardest part in the back is get yourself a tiny screwdriver. That's why they tell you to take the wheel off, because a normal screwdriver, you'll strip the head trying to do it at that angle. It's the hardest thing. Really basic. Don't pay someone to put these on. And like I said, I was going to leave them off, but I've seen already, and I haven't been driving that much, that the little marks it's putting on the paint right behind it. So they did really do their homework when they design these things, because it actually they're not that big, but it just protects that one area too. So I would highly recommend them. Like I said, I've had the aftermarket ones before I tried, and they fit spot on too. So if you want to save yourself some bucks, get those. I know these are like $70 at Honda, but I mean, for what it's worth, I think it looks pretty good too. Add some of the black, and you can see here, it adds just enough for these wheels, because the wheels stick out a little bit, especially if you guys run spacers. So just want to share that with you guys, show you guys it's not really that difficult. Anybody can do this. Okay, if you have any questions with it, reach out to me. I'll help you out. As always, I appreciate all your guys' help. You've been a great support along this way. It's been fun. I can't wait to do a lot more with this car, so definitely stay tuned. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks, everybody.